like to see if like that's really real and like if you can find something else.
Yeah.
And so I was like, right. But the whole time, it's like how'd you feel sleeping in the bed with somebody else? And I was like, bro, it felt weird. Like I miss Olandria, you know. And it was just like getting how like me getting Olandria out of my head for me to be able to even like explore Clark. It was weird, but it was something that I had to do. But like at the end of the day, like I really didn't want to swear anybody. So I was like, I miss Olandria, y'all. Like Olandria still in my head, and they kept saying like, you got to get her out your head. Like, you can't.
We didn't even get to see that enough. Like I've seen some moments, but it did seem like, dang, he met Clark and Olandria was gone. So it's interesting to hear you say that and
like
to see the process of what it took for you to get to that place. Well, I want to come back. There's a lot I still want.
Some type of way because Huda had took his words about Shelly and transformed it into something else than it was, and it's been multiple occurrences with that, and you just gotta take that on the chin and just watch back the tapes.
People felt like Taylor led Olandria on.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who was there firsthand, did you feel that same sentiment? My dog's squirming. What's up?
Shit. See, the thing is with that situation is, you know, Taylor had faced a lot of influences to have to be in that situation since day one. So I could understand where he was, you know, coming from. As far as Olandria, that's my dog. And I definitely can feel for her and I understand where she was coming from. And, you know, I always found myself having to, you know, help out Taylor when it comes to like putting his best foot forward to try and get to know Olandria in different ways. And as far as Olandria, I understood everything she said. She was valid for feeling everything that she felt in that villa. And for me, I was stuck between a rock and a hard place trying to help out both of my closest friends at the time. So,
because if I'm understanding correctly, Olandria is your good friend. Taylor's also your good friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much Olandria is interested in Taylor,
yeah.
And you know how much something or someone or whatever is influencing Taylor
right.
to want to be with Olandria. Am I interpreting that correctly?
Yeah, definitely. And I know Olandria definitely really was trying to get to know someone for them. And it sucks that she had to deal with that and get the shit in the stick of that whole entire equation. But, you know, again, Taylor had reached some influences amongst that situation to where he had no other choice.
Did other people, or were other people aware of those influences, or kind of were you only aware of it because he told you? Like, did Olandria know about those influences?
Olandria didn't know about those influences, and it sucks because I couldn't tell Olandria about those influences, you know, at that moment.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just speaking about sort of the actual experience in the villa, did Taylor and Olandria's relationship seem one-sided to you, or it sounds like no? As an observer?
To me, no, but at the same time, like I was dealing with my own relationship. So everything that I saw thought was positive.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looked like he was taking care of her and she would do things for him as well. Like she was setting up dates for him. He was
which is probably why
he
chose not to, which is probably why he remained distant too.
Yeah.
Because he saw like from the outside, Taylor, it looked like what Taylor was trying and I was trying with Taylor. So that's probably why
I mean, for sure. Like
took a back seat on it, you know?
When you see your best friend, you know, doing these great things for this great girl, it's like, I'm not going to impose on that when I'm dealing with like this Bermuda Triangle of a situation.
We'll get to that triangle.
Modern love.
I mean, I'll deal with that other interview later on, but I've only got a few minutes, so I want to keep this a buck. Taylor needs to be held accountable. It's as simple as that. You see, I gave Taylor some time, but you know, out of many mouths, somebody will speak the truth. Okay, all right. Out of many mouths, we will hit Taylor. Someone will speak the truth. This Taylor situation, I give him a little bit more grace, but I did call him out earlier in the season because I knew he had told us that he didn't find her attractive. He dragged her along. Okay, all right. He dragged her along. My only thing is, I don't know why Olandria keeps defending him, which makes my antenna go up as to why she keeps defending him. You know what I mean? And keeps defending the fact that she got played. Baby, you got girl, you got played. You know what I'm saying? You got. You know what I mean? But we'll do that another time. We will do that another time because that's another conversation. But my first thing is this. Taylor has, by his own words, was telling us it was so difficult, it was so hard, you know, and, you know, the thing is, I had a, you know, connection with Olandria. I couldn't not sleep in the bed. I could not think about Olandria, you know, and even Coco reminded me of Olandria, and I couldn't get any. Okay, so all of that for us to then hear that actually the whole entire time, the only reason why you stayed with her is because the powers that be made you stay with her. So which one is it? Which one is it? You know what I'm saying to you? Which one is it? You got to choose one. You got to have both. You know what I mean? Like you either played her and accept the villainy and say, hey, look, you know what? I did play her. I dragged her along and I have to be accountable for that. Or, okay, or, right, be truthful about the fact that, you know, that you actually really liked her, but you didn't like her because like you've told us out of your own mouth. You know what I'm saying to you? So it's really it's evident about the way that I'm looking at Taylor. I'm like, you playing a game, bro, right? You come out on your own live on TikTok to tell us how you agree with Ace and at that powers that be, and I'm like, okay, that's the case, and bro, you never liked Olandria. Stop this chat about the physical attraction. It wasn't you grew into it, and I said it's all nonsense, bro. Okay, it's all nonsense. You talking about growing into that attraction and the fact that it was a physical thing, and I'm like, bro, either you were there or you weren't. So for me personally, I don't like this. And that's what makes me feel like you and Ace are diabolical twins. You're diabolical twins, right? We know that Ace kept you in there. You didn't like Olandria. You dragged her along. You could have been honest with her because you could have hinted. You don't have to say exactly what it is. You could have said, listen, hey, can I be real with you? I like you, I want to be honest with you. Listen, right now, I don't see a connection. We can stick in it for now. That could be one of your offline conversations. It didn't need to be online. No, can we be real? They say they have conversations offline. They say that there's times where they go offline and they're not actually online and being filmed and that kind of stuff. That could have been a conversation offline. Right? That could have been a conversation offline. Hey, let's make this work. But here's the truth. Taylor played it just like when men usually play it. Okay? Like Taylor plays it like, and when I say men, I don't mean every man. I mean men that are playing the game. Women do this too, but I'm specific to one of the men. But this particular game is what men usually do, right? As a game. Like when you don't like a girl, but and I said this earlier on, you ain't got no one else. Okay? You ain't got no one else. And you're kind of stuck in that position where you have to kind of like, until you get another one, you don't want to release this one. Like it's good enough. It's not the worst. It's good enough for the time being, but it ain't that. You know what I'm saying to you? I just like, bro, like and that's what I'm saying. Like when Ace came out and did his interview, he actually ended up exposing you by talking about the powers that be, which means you are it was never about you having a hard choice. You never were there. And it's okay, but you just gotta be honest about it. Let's not try to lie about it like you were trying to, you know what I'm saying to you? You might have treated her not disrespectfully, because clearly we saw he didn't treat her disrespectfully. He didn't cuss her out her name. He didn't drag her. There's one or two comments, but he was never really rude or anything like that per se. You know what I'm saying to you? So I hear it, but let's be honest. Let's be honest, bro, you played her. And it's okay. My thing is, I don't know why Ola's I don't know why Ola is defending you or even holding not holding enough smoke for you. For me, it don't make sense. Because you smoked him in the villa, and rightly so. I don't know why all of a sudden now it's like, oh, it's like it's too understanding. It's like I'm not saying you have to come out here and just like be nasty. I'm just saying like, baby girl, like it's almost giving that you're now defending your the person now. And it's like you don't need to defend him. He ain't done nothing to be defended for. You know what I'm saying, Chu? Like that's why I found it a bit weird. That's all. I'm just saying that part felt a little bit weird. Like,
I want to just close it. It's like, so you are. This edit that you got that made it seem like Taylor was not as attentive, that doesn't feel true to you. And I'm sensing some frustration or sadness
for
there.
Sure. Because
okay.
You get out and you hear these podcasts, like speaking on my character of who they think I am. I'm like, I am not this desperate girl. It's like, oh, Olandria needs to look in the mirror and see who she is. I'm like, I do know who I am. Like, I know actually.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Ola. I think Ola, and then I get it. I think Ola's defending herself from the perspective of like not being a desperate girl. But listen, I hear it. He lied to you. He, and that's what I'm saying to you, sis. If you're not the desperate girl, then keep it a buck. The guy played you. We won't call her. Why would we call her bitter for being played? She got played. Why would we call you bitter? We can't call you bitter for being played. The truth of the matter is the guy played you. What was bitter was the reaction of calling him a bitch. That's what was bitter. You know what I'm saying to you? Now that's bitter. But you call him out and saying, listen, I don't understand. If we never had the opportunity to talk, if you had a conversation and we never, that, you know what I mean? By the way, I'm diverting because that's another conversation for another day. My thing is with Taylor. My thing with Taylor here is that this and this is only part one because I can't be here for long today. But this situation has highlighted to me how you didn't care about her and you play the game, which I understand is a game to be played on Love Island, but you could have given her, okay, all right, you could have given her the heads up. You could have. Could have given the heads up. You know what I mean? Could have given a heads up. There was time for offline conversations. Could have been a great time to be like, hey, look, can I be real with you? Hey, look. It's business. The truth of the matter is because Taylor wanted to win. And that goes back to what I'm saying about the organization of the group to try and organize things to make them have a victory. And Taylor also then decided, and it also feels like this to me, like Taylor broke rank and chose Clark, and Ace had to find a way. Almost it feels like Ace had to find a way to make this work. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I got to find a way to make this work. And so that Olandria is literally the sacrificial lamb. You know what I'm saying to you? The sacrificial lamb. You know what I'm saying to you? So in that particular space, that's the only thing. I got Gavin. What's his thoughts? Okay, people don't like Taylor, and he's probably fine with whatever support he's getting. If she dragged him, people will throw that in the bitter pit. No, when we say drag, you see, there's a difference between someone saying I got played versus you dragging that person. See, the key thing here is that whenever you try to drag people, that's where you get into trouble. What she did in the villa was a drag, and some of you will clap it, but in the end, we all look at it and go, "That's bitter." That's why it was bitter in the villa. It was bitter in the villa because she called him a bitch. Sorry about language, right? That's why it was bitter. It was bitter because when he was explaining why he chose somebody else, you called him a B word and then said, how old are you? That's a drag. At that point, yes, we're going to call you bitter. If you say, I feel hurt by the fact that you've chosen someone else when you haven't communicated with me, you haven't let me know, right? I put my heart on the line for you. And that's why I thought it was. Nobody's gonna say that's what I'm talking about. You being honest. That's not about dragging someone. Some of you, your idea of dragging is that you want to destroy somebody. I'm not asking to destroy him. I said, why is she covering for him? You know what I'm saying to you? Like, you can be honest with your journey. I felt like I got played. I felt like I put my heart on the line. We discussed it. He never told me anything different. He told me that and she did say that partly in the villa. So that's what I'm saying to you. Like, we don't need to cover him. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's it. Yeah, you don't have to call out somebody's name or cuss them out. No, a mature person doesn't have to go to that space. A mature person is able to say, "Hey, I recognize that I'm hurt by what's happened to me. Okay, I can recognize that this thing has what's happened to me, and it's in pain." And the reason why it becomes difficult to do that is because a lot of us also are not very good at our emotions. Okay. A lot of us are not able to reconcile our emotions, and we're scared to be vulnerable about how we actually feel about certain situations because we have 0 to 100. Our anger is 0 to 100. We don't have emotion regulation. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say. But yeah, yeah, she's still covering from him. And I think that's also the issue. It's gonna create a backlog. You keep covering for Taylor and trying to make it nice about him, it's going to create more of a backlog because you don't feel that way. You know what I mean? But anyway, we'll talk about that another time. I still got to do a part 2 on Taylor. But make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of uploads. Leave a comment down below. You know what I mean? Leave a comment down below. We appreciate it.